Steve Jewin, MMA Mania champion,
All
Douglas
right.
Lima, the Phenom. It's good to talk to you again. How are you today, sir?
What's up, my man? I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm excellent, and I'm very happy to be talking to you with that welterweight title strapped around your waist again. It's good feeling going into Madison Square Garden being the defending champion, isn't it?
It's an awesome feeling. Can't describe it, man. I can't wait. Can't wait for this fight.
How do you feel knowing that Larkin is that excited about your fight?
Feel good, man. He should be. It's great opportunity for him and myself. And yeah, man, we're gonna bang. We're gonna bang. I can't wait for this fight, man. I'm very excited. For this style of fighting. The type of fighter that he is. I think we match up really good. And we're gonna deliver some bombs, man. And I can't wait.
He feels the same way. He said he wants to steal the show and have the most memorable fight of the night at Madison Square Garden, so I'm sure you feel the same about that.
For sure, it'll happen. It'll happen for sure. This fight has everything to be the best fight of that card. People are going to be talking about it. So, yeah.
Well, they certainly were talking after you knocked out Andrei Koreshkov in Tel Aviv. So, what was that feeling like getting to travel to Israel and to get the knockout and get that title back all in the same shot?
Oh, man, it was amazing, man. Such an awesome trip for a blast land, in Israel. We got the big finish. We got the title back. Revenge for the last fight. So everything was just amazing, man. The place, we visited. We stayed there for an extra 2 days. My dad came from Brazil there to watch. So spend some family time again. So man, everything was just amazing. It was just an awesome trip. Couldn't happen in a better place. And yeah, man. So here we are.
Here we are again. It's an old story. In fact, I feel deja vu, not just because you're the champion again, but because I'm watching your brother on The Ultimate Fighter. It's like, wow, history is repeating itself.
Definitely repeating itself. It was right when I got my belt that he was in the Ultimate Fighter last time. So yeah, exactly. Deja vu. Happening all over again, but this time for the better, for the best.
Mm-hmm. I know you can't give me spoilers or anything. You probably know, but after watching that last fight, I was thinking he's going to the finals again. It's got to happen.
Yeah, he's got one more, right? So that was the semis. So yeah, he's got one more fight and then the finals. Man, he's looking good, man. He's looking good. That was such a tough fight last night, man, against Gilbert Smith. A veteran, fought in Bellator before UFC. So man, it was just a fantastic win for him. He's looking good. He's looking more experienced, when he's fighting. So, man, he's got everything to win this show, and I think he's going to do it this time.
I sure do as well. And I thought it was sad, too, that Gilbert Smith, he put so much into that fight. He was taking it so seriously. He wasn't having any fun when they went out for the evening. Yep. He just wanted to work hard, train, fight, and that's all. And it didn't work out for him, and then he said he was retiring. That was just such a sad moment.
Yeah, bummer, man. I hope UFC calls him and give him another shot. That guy's really tough, man. He gave everything in that fight. It definitely was a bummer that he retired after that. Hopefully they call him back, change his mind. Tough guy, I like him. I like him a lot. That was a good fight right there, He shouldn't retire after that.
Yeah, but you know what? Bellator could give him another call too. Like you said, he fought in Bellator. He had some memorable performances, so maybe he'll be back with you in the same fold in Bellator.
Never know. You never know. He might fight me next,
That's certainly possible. But let's get back to Lorenz Larkin. You've talked about how exciting it's going to be, but where do you think he matches up the best with you skill-wise as a fighter?
Striking, definitely, that's his big thing. He's a very good striker, got a lot of finishes, beat a lot of name guys, so I'm taking this fight very serious. I know what he brings. It's a dangerous fight, not just for me, for him as well. Man, I can't wait, man. I can't wait. I'm very prepared, trained a lot. I train everything for this fight. Wrestling, I got to get ready for that, too, just in case he shoots. My jiu-jitsu, man, that was a very serious camp, and I can't wait to perform next Saturday.
I find it interesting that you two are just about the same age. You're 29 and he's 30, but you've had at least 6 or 7 more fights than he has. So do you think that that's an experience edge going to you in this fight?
Yeah, I think so. I got a lot more fights than him, but he also has, like the skill level of fighters that he faced before kind of matches it up, you know what I mean? Because he's been fighting tough fights, for a long time, you know what I mean? And because when I signed with Bellator, I was, 15, 16 fights. That's when I really started fighting tougher opponents, So I think it matches up pretty good. I think we're evenly matched up on experience and everything else.
That's fair to say. And I was honestly surprised when he got that TKO win over Neil Magny. That was such a huge win for him in his career that when he immediately went to Bellator, I was like, wow, how did UFC not keep him? But then I said the exact same thing to Ryan Bader. How did they not keep you? It seems like a lot of guys are making the jump.
Well, better for us, keep letting all those welterweights go. I'm cool with that. But, I definitely knew he was going to kill Magny, man. I think the style just didn't match right. But, I'm glad. I'm glad he signed at this moment, right? He was riding high, coming off 2 good wins. Man, everything worked out great. Here I am fighting, a ranked opponent, that people really know, you know what I mean? So good for me. Good for me. I like that.
Yeah, well, you speak of those fighters coming over from UFC and making a name for themselves in Bellator. We just saw that with Rory McDonald as well in his debut fight just about a month ago now. So do you think Lorenz Larkin might actually be making a mistake by talking so much about Rory McDonald instead of putting 100% of his attention on you?
I don't think so, man, honestly, because that's the question a lot of people ask, not only me, but I think him as well. Because McDonald is the guy that everybody's talking about, It's okay. I get that. He's a big name, That was a good win for him. Looking forward to fighting him as well. But, of course, I'm focusing, on Larkin right now. And I think he's doing the same. I don't think he's looking past me. That would be a huge mistake, But, time will come. Time will come where I fight him.
And what do you think about Rory's way of promoting fights? Because that's one thing that Larkin, I think, keyed on was that McDonald says some strange things. Like he said, I'm going to take your health. And that's not the usual kind of smack talk we hear from a fighter.
What he'll say about that, I don't care what he says, man. As long as he promotes it, sells it, that's all I care. He can say what he wants. But, I guess he was just pumped, He's coming off a good win. He was pumped, say whatever you want. Time we meet in that door. Let's see what he's gonna say, man.
That's true. He'll have something different to say once he gets that opportunity to face you. So, were you surprised at all then that they didn't save a Rory McDonald debut for you at Madison Square Garden? I mean, you might have thought that McDonald fight could even be a little bigger on pay-per-view.
He would be much bigger, but the timing, with the timing, that couldn't happen, because he fought last month. It's when he fought daily. Nobody knew what could have happened. He could have gotten hurt, so there was no way to wait for him, and, Larkin was the one available, and he was the next biggest fight, so I think it worked out great. It's just all about the timing,
Yeah. Well, speaking of timing, are you looking for the timing of a knockout? Do you think you're going to finish Larkin early in the fight, or how do you see it playing out in your head?
Man, the earliest the better, but maybe around 2 or 3. He's going to stand in front of me, and I'm going to throw it, and I'm going to finish him. That's what I see happening, I'm really, did a lot of that stuff in training, really worked on that, and we're going to catch him. We're going to catch him. He's going to sleep.
Now, that's a good quote right there. We're going to catch him, and he's going to sleep. I love that.
That's what's going to happen.
So how do you feel about this fight at Madison Square Garden being such a historic venue and your first chance to fight in New York City?
I love it, man. I love it. Heading to the Big Apple, such a big card, such a big opponent. Everything is just good, man. It's just big. I can't wait for that. I've been waiting for an opportunity, to get a big fight like this, in a big show. Man, I'm just happy, man. I'm just very happy. Couldn't come in a better time, you know what I mean? I'm very healthy right now. I'm very happy with the camp. This has been one of the healthiest camp I've been into, and I'm really pumped about that. because, you know, lately I've been getting a lot of injuries. But, you know, so far everything's great. You know, here we are, you know, 8 days away from the fight. You know, everything is looking good.
And you know, that's been a huge part of your comeback, as it were, in the Bellator story, because I know that knee injury and having your knee scoped and all the infections and stuff, that really puts you on a backtrack for a little while, but it seems like you've come back 150% from that, and you're even better than you were before.
Yep. Thank God for that, my man. I was in a very, you know, disappointed point of my career, man. I thought I would never come back, man. But here we are, man. I'm like you said, I'm even better than before. That's how I feel as well. You know, more mature. You know, man, everything is just looking good, man. I'm healthy. My knees are, man, 110%. I can't even believe it myself. You know, but here we are, defending the belt, Madison Square Garden. So can't wait for that. I'm very happy, very excited with everything.
Yes, indeed. A historic night, a historic fight, a historic venue. It's all coming together at the perfect time for the Phenom Douglas Lima. So with that said, I guess it's time to get some plugs and sponsors and anything you want to promote.
Man, just thank everybody. My same sponsor is always All Max, you know, Alienware. You know, they've been with me forever. GT Loans, you know, Vaporfy. Thank you, my manager, Sucker Punch, for hooking everything up. You know, he's the man's been taking care of my career, you know, and my HET family, HET Gwinnett, HET Atlanta. Thank you, all my coaches, and let's make the most of it, man. Let's just finish this guy and move on to the bigger things. Let's go.
Yes, big things in the future. It's Lorenz Larkin now, and who knows who's next. It might be the Red King, Rory McDonald, but we'll have to wait to see. So
Red King. Red King is next.
All right, well, you heard it here first.
Give me some of that.
Lima wants him, and we're going to hope that's what happens. So I'm looking forward to it, and I hope you have a great performance on June 24th. Thank you, champ.
Thanks, my man. Good talking to you. Take care.